27th in the year of our Lord 2019, and my name is CJ. You are tuned in, ladies and gentlemen, to Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. And we're here every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern, and we're here for one reason and one reason only, to make a difference in this crazy world. We do this through promoting and exposing you all to the wonderful opportunity called Shop Fremont. That's our commitment here every week, and we are so happy that you decided to tune in today. We want to thank you and welcome you for being a part of this show. We just believe that we have a mandate, we have a responsibility to share with the world something that is unique, something that is different, something that is powerful, that's making a difference in the lives of many people, not just here in the United States, not just here in Chicago, not just here in Florida, not just in Arizona and Baltimore and New York and Washington or in the Caribbean and the Bahamas and all those other places, but around the world, around the globe. And I just thank God every day. Every day I thank Him for being a part of this, a part of something different, a part of something that is actually making a difference and helping other people. You see, like a lot of people that listen to the show and that tune into the show and as a part of Shop Fremont, we all want to have that ability to make it, to help someone. You know, we always believe that, when the Lord blesses us, we're supposed to just wallow in that blessing. But the reality is that we're supposed to accept it, be thankful for it, be grateful for it, but pass it on to someone else. And that is why I love Shop Fremont, because that is what we do. We are so excited. I'm so excited today, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very, 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 very special show for you today. I have some special guests that are going to come on and going to share with you something that is a little different. And I want you to be ready for this. I want you to get ready. And if you're listening to this show and you know someone, a friend, a coworker, maybe a team member who is not tuned in right now, I want to give you a minute to go ahead and text them, email them, call them, whatever. Let them know they need to get onto gmap1.com. Or they can call in to this broadcast show, at 302-202-110 and put in the code 538661, no pound. So we want you all to be exposed to what is going to be presented here today. And I promise you, it will make a difference in your life. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. So thank you again for being a part of the show. I want to thank our host, our engineer, our founder and owner of GMAP1, Reverend. Maybe I'm prophesying here, Kevin. But Pastor Kevin Strada, who is here every week, committed to making sure that you can hear us, that you can get this information to you and to the world. And so we want to thank you. And I want to encourage you to support this ministry, because this online broadcast network is making a difference in other people's lives. You have great gospel music, great teachings, the productions, the shows, all the different things that come across this broadcast are just life-changing, so we want you to be a part of that. I want to thank all of my family and friends that are listening in. And, again, just thank you for being a part and sending encouraging words to allow me to be excited about coming here every single week. So, the company that I represent, the opportunity that I represent, is one that I said earlier is making a difference in the world. And one of the reasons they're doing it is because we have a leader by the name of Mr. John Austin, who came up with a novel idea. He decided that he was going to take the whole industry of direct sales, the whole industry of network marketing, of referral marketing, whatever you want to refer it as, and he was going to change it and turn it upside down. What he said was that there were too many stigmas attached to it, too many negativities that attached to it. So he decided that he was going to start his own company, and in this company, he was going to eliminate all of those things that people scrounged at, that they just were not comfortable with, and make it something that everyone, and let me repeat that, everyone can be a part of. And the first thing he did was he said, I'm going to make this company free to be a part of. Why do companies have people paying $99, $2.99, $5.99, $49.99 to become a part of something to help build a company for someone else. Why is that? It's not necessary. So he decided that he was going to come up with a company called Shop Free Mart. And what Shop Free Mart does is allow people to become a part of something great without paying one penny. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can be a part of this opportunity without coming out of your pocket with any money at all. And we want you to understand that even as good as that sounds, it does require some responsibility. And what it does is it allows you to get to start a business and start with nothing but build something great, build something big, and also be a part of something that is growing and helping other people around the world. So what he did was he made it free. He made it know all of the requirements to get to the next level with quotas and having to meet this demand and that demand. He eliminated all those things. And then he did something even more special. He provided us with products that were unique, products that were just awesome products that actually get results, products that you can be comfortable with sharing with your friends and family, knowing that if they use it, they are going to see a difference in their lives. Products that help us to cleanse our body of toxins, give our body the nutrients and the vitamins that we need, and one most important thing, to give our body the ability to hydrate. How many of you know that so many of us are walking around this planet just totally dehydrated, which causes us to have so many other ailments, maladies, diseases, and we don't even know that's the culprit. But what John Austin, our fearless leader, said was that we have to get people hydrated first. And then he introduced other products like Activate and Vitalize and Ciaga and one of my favorite, the Pure Silver and the Magnesium. All these products to help us be all that we can be, the pure nature nutrients. My goodness, the nano cards. All these things are helping people around the world find relief. And then he didn't stop there. He went the next step, and he provided us with an opportunity to be compensated, to be rewarded for doing something we all do all the time, and that's sharing positive experiences that we have, whether it be at a restaurant, a movie, reading a book, or just being in a place that you had fun, a trip, or some place that you travel to. You come back and you share it and you tell everybody about it, and guess what? They go in and they indulge, or they participate, or they support those institutions, but nothing happens as far as you getting compensated for that. What John Austin said was that if you promote what he has provided for us, you will be compensated, and you will be compensated very well. And that's what I love about this opportunity. That's what I love about Shop Free Mart. And on top of that, he has provided us with the best support system where we have trainings upon trainings upon trainings. Most of them are free. Some of them that you pay very little to get, but the value that you get from them, because they literally change your life. They help you become a better you. They help your personal development go into the stratosphere, so you walk away feeling confident of who you are and what you're doing. And that is what he provided for us. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited about what we have to do and what we are doing here at Shop Free Mart. And I have some awesome partners that I work with, some leaders of Shop Free Mart that I get a chance to do that with. And so one of the things we've been doing in the last several months and continuing through the rest of this next few months is working with a group called Leaders to Legends. And you have heard some of the interviews that we've had where you've gotten a chance to know these individuals on a personal level. But today is even more special. Reason being is that we have two of our top leaders, two of our fearless leaders, who are going to be presenting to you today because they feel that they have something that is going to revolutionize your business. And I totally agree with them because I had a chance to really see what this product is doing and what it has done. I haven't gotten mine yet, but I'm in the process of doing that. I just wanted them, though, to share with you what this product is, what it does, and how it's going to change lives. See, because Shop Free Mart is a great company. We're a health and wellness company. We're a business company. We're a marketing company where we're always having great products coming and even greater products that are going to come in the future. Well, today you're going to hear about one of those. So I thought I would just get out of the way. I just wanted to give you a quick, brief overview, especially for those of you that have tuned into this show for the first time, or maybe you're hearing it on the rebroadcast for the first time, so you know who we are, what we do. And again, my name is CJ, and this is called Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise, and we're here every week at Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Central Time to make a difference by sharing the love of Chef Fremont to the world. So I'm going to get out of the way now, because I want to leave the rest of the show, the next 47 minutes, to two of my great friends, two of our great leaders, as far as I'm concerned, they are my mentors, and they help me in so many ways be excited and confident about what we're doing at Chef Fremont. So I want to get out of the way and let them tell you what they're going to introduce to you today. Let them tell you about this awesome product that we have our hands on and have access to now to help build our business. So I want to call on my good friends, Coach Kim and Coach Pate. Guys, are you there?
Good morning.
Hey,
good morning.
Great. It is such a pleasure to have both of you on the call today, and I just know that you are going to bless not only myself, but our whole audience with what you're going to share with us now. Coach Pate, my father taught me well, and I was well trained, and I was always taught to please go first. Okay.
You're definitely a gentleman. I only expected to be. I always take a back seat to Coach Kim, so I'm used to it.
Well, I know you're chopping at the bit because you love this. You love this part of me going to talk, but I'm gonna let you allow her to go first today. Is that okay, sir?
That is perfectly fine. I only expect to do so.
Oh, Coach Kim, you've got the floor. Let us have it.
Well, first of all, CJ, thank you for inviting us to the call today. You know, we absolutely are enthusiastic from the very core, or might I say the cellular level, about what we're going to talk about today. It's so profound on so many levels that it's almost like when I was a kid, we had these, and they may still have them. They had these big round pieces of candy called jawbreakers. And I don't even know what it was, probably a big roll of sugar, hardened sugar. I don't know what it was, but kids loved them. And they were so big that you couldn't really you couldn't bite into it because it was bigger than your mouth. So you're trying to how do I get a grip on this thing? And that's how I feel about what we're bringing to the table today, because it's so big, it's so massive, it's so wonderful, it's so life-changing, it's it's giving hope back to people. And that's what really gives me just a privileged heart to be part of the equation. So today we're going to talk about, people talk about exercise all of the time, how exercise is important, how exercise is vital, and that is 100% true. But what we're going to talk about today is we're going to not leave you at exercising, but we want to talk to you about cellar sizing. We want you to understand how to exercise your cells, because when you, it's almost like going to the house of a mansion and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm here. Look at the driveway. Look at the well-manicured lawn. Oh my goodness, look at the beautiful cars in the driveway, and you're ringing the bell. See, exercise takes you up to the doorbell, but cellar size is going to invite you in and let you really make yourself at home and get comfortable and clean up your castle and rejuvenate yourself at the cellular level. So we are looking at coming together with a company called Cellar Size, and basically what we're going to be doing is we will become an authorized reseller of their product, which is a mini trampoline. And Coach Pate and I have had the esteemed pleasure of trying it out. You know, we bought them. It was turned on to us by Joy Matwishin, who's another Shop Fremont leader. And that's, you talked about this earlier, CJ, just the camaraderie, the sharing, the networking, just by her mentioning something on one of our calls led me to do research. And this cellar sizer literally resonated with me within 24 hours of me seeing it. She said it. I called her. I was like, wait a minute, hold up. How do you spell that? Because I spelled it all incorrectly, But I said, how do you spell it? And I Googled it. And and I watched several videos. And within 24 hours, I ordered one. And here's the thing, CJ. The thing that Coach Pate and I are so excited about when we talk about the cellar sizer is how it parallels Shop Fremont. And truth be told, that's how it was with me for Shop Fremont. When I came to Shop Fremont and I saw the water, I ran to the testimonies, and within the first day, I signed up. I mean, because sometimes you just know. You
just know,
know this is it. So that's, I'm going to just do an intro because I could go on. I'm going to pass the ball over to Coach Tate because I could go on and on. But Coach Tate, you take it from here. You take it the next lap.
Now, how do I follow that? You know, but CJ, this is the Celicizer, man. Just like Coach Kim said, you know, she saw she being the researcher that she is, that's her background, and she, you know, relayed to me, man, you got to see this, you got to see that, and of course, I looked into it, and as a trainer, you know, I've been in the gym probably since I was 14 years old, in and out of the gym because of sports. And then I got into fitness because of what sports had done to my body, and I needed to repair my body. And one of the first things I got into was aquatic resistance because I like the gentleness of working in the water. At the same time, I was able to get a resistance. I was able to get a workout that was allowing me to work on my back, my damaged back and shoulder. And so the water was very forgiving and very forgiving as well as very giving. So I got out of it what I put into it. And that's the exact same thing that I feel when I bounce on my Celicizer. I get out of it what I put into it, you know, and what's even more, I even get more, even if I'm not putting a lot into it, just from bouncing on there, I'm able to address, like Coach Kim said, at the cellular level, my health as well as my, you know, well-being and strengthening my body. My story is I've been on it. I got it she got it a week ahead of me, and I've been playing catch up with her ever since then because she just took it and she just keeps going and going and going. She's like the Energizer Bunny on this thing. But I have, my experience has been is that I took it on, and it is so much fun that, you know, they say 10 minutes is all you need, but I tell people you're not going to do 10 minutes because it's so much fun. You're going to look up, it's going to be 15, it's going to be 20, it's going to be 30 minutes later, and you're like, oh, my God, I can't believe I've been on here all this time. And I actually lost 17 pounds in 30 days just bouncing on the Celicizer. And I'm bouncing. There's different moves that you do that address different things. But what's really unique about it, no matter what you do, every cell of your body is being activated and is being, instead of Dave Hall would say, instead of working against gravity, we're increasing the weight of gravity. And so the cells don't care where the resistance comes from. It's just going to respond. So with the Celicizer, you're actually putting more resistance, more pressure on those cells. And so those cells that you're hydrating because you're using the Shop Fremont hydration drops are going to respond, and they're going to only get stronger and stronger. See, when we typically when we, as an ex-athlete yourself, you know, when we hit the weights, when we're hitting the ground running, we're tearing the body down in the thoughts of building it up. You people know you can't bench press one day and then turn around and bench press the other day because you got to give that body time to rest. But here at Celicizer, when you're rebounding, when you bounce on a Celicizer, you're just building day after day after day. The cells are responding to what you put into it, and they're getting stronger, and they're getting a little tone, a little bigger. You know, I'm actually experiencing, because I had torn pegs. I tore both my pegs, 2 freak accidents in my earlier years, that when I do push-ups, I'm not able to do, I wasn't able to do consistently around 12, 13, 15. Before, what I would do is go from a plank position to drop down on my knees to kind of keep going, because I would really feel it. But what I'm feeling now, I'm up to 25 push-ups, and I don't do push-ups.
Wow.
Every so often I just jump down and say, let me test myself, see how I'm doing. The pain that was feeling in my elbows, the weakness that was feeling through my motion, I'm able to do more, and I'm not even doing it. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. More chin-ups, and I'm not doing chin-ups. It's crazy.
Wow. I might hear you saying, though, that this actually helped you get your posture and your body get taller, so you're standing up taller and straighter. Is that what you're saying? Or
well, I am saying that, too, because I haven't measured myself again, but Dave Hall, who's been doing it for a while, he's reported that he's almost gained about an inch back. I don't know if it's back or an inch in his height, because what's happening as you're oxygenating the cells, the collagens, and between your spine, that is being, as you plump up the cells, you plump up every cell. Everything is made of cells in your body. So as you're pumping them up, making them nice and stronger and firmer, they're not flat little cells. They're now nice, plump cells. Again.
I love that concept. You met my wife. She's 6 feet tall. I'm at 5'9" and 3/4 and an extra.
Maybe we can get you to 6 feet tall, man. Maybe we can get you up there. I don't know. maybe we do this long enough. I'll catch her up. Maybe a couple of years I'll be 6 feet tall too. But remember this. You bring it in the house, everybody's going to bounce too. So I'm just saying.
I believe that. What I love about this, though, Coach Kate and Coach Kim, is that it really is a great tandem for what we do at Sharp Mind. You're looking at us at Sharp Mind being excited about helping the body from the outside, from the inside out, giving the body what it needs. But now we have something that we can work together to do both from the physical standpoint, from the outside, getting ourselves. And this whole concept of cellular exercising, that just blows my mind. And so I want us to tell, if you don't mind, maybe Coach Kim or any one of you can tell us a little bit, because here's the thing. Some of us are listening just now and you say, we remember you used to get those little trampolines back in the day. We even had one about 15, 20 years ago. But there's got to be something different, because tell us a little bit about the scientific or the science and the technology behind this particular product and or device and how it benefits us.
Let me say this, that like you said, CJ, this has been around, and we are rediscovering it. When it came to Dave Hall's attention, the challenge was that people were buying cheapened trampolines, because we kind of fall into that, cheap mentality.
Marketing.
And and it ends up being you get what you pay for, right? So he already knew. Basically, NASA had done some research on the trampoline, and so what they actually used a rebounding program to train their astronauts. So I'm going to tell you a couple of quotes from studies that were done by NASA. Exercise on a rebounder is the most efficient and effective exercise yet devised by man. They say it's 68% more efficient than jogging, right? So efficiency matters. When we're talking about, hey, look, I got 30 minutes. All I have is 30 minutes. What can I do in that 30 minutes? You do not want to waste time. You want to get in, get it done, get the most bang for your buck. NASA also discovered that rebounding fights fatigue by strengthening the glandular system. There's an increase in the abilities of the thyroid gland, the pituitary gland, and the adrenal glands. Rebounding also has a natural analgesic effect on the body, which helps to relieve joints and pain in the neck, back, and head through the increase of circulation and oxygen flow. And also, rebounding can strengthen a weak back. The unique thing about this is that, like we say, we see kids on trampolines doing flips and having fun. Those are more kind of elastic, rubber band type, trampolines. That's not what this is. This is a high-grade, professionally designed, spring-balanced trampoline. So it will support up to 350 pounds of weight. And so people can get on there and start where you are. My mom is about to get one. She didn't know it until yesterday, but she's about to get one. And I'm like, hey, Mom, have you seen my videos? And she's like, yes, I've seen your videos. I'm not doing all that. And I'm like, oh, no, you don't have to do all that. You can start where you are. You can start where you are. Anybody, you can just get on here and do the healthy bounce, bounce. And the other thing that aligns Shop Free Mart to Cellercise the company is that Dave Hall, like John Austin, is an educator at heart. So we will continually, as we go on this journey, we will continually learn new things about what the Cellerciser can do and what we can do with it. So even yesterday, I found out some things because I do a long sessions, and that's fine. Okay. You know, Dave Hall says that's fine. You know, but if you want. So, okay, just like when we talk about working out, right? A lot of times we talk about, you can run for aerobic activity. You can throw around weights for building muscle. So, you know, we know that concept will always be there. Even when you build your muscle, if you have layers of fat over top of it, nobody's going to see it. No, it's just, you know it's there. You're walking around feeling your stomach, but it's way down. You have to go deep sea diving for anyone else to see it, right? So we need to learn how to get rid of the fat as we're building the muscle so it can be a win-win. And we can really feel good about the work that we're doing. So this is a learning point. With the Cellercise, there are so many different types of exercises that you can do. Literally I want to burn fat. This is what I'm going to do. I want to work on my balance. This is what I'm going to do. I want to, gain muscle in my upper body. This is what I want to do. And I'm going to tell you something that I'll ask Coach Pate if you've seen this as well. Some things you might be targeting, and then some things you're not targeting. So, for example, I'm not targeting right now increased flexibility, yet when I do things and I'm, touching the floor and with my hands and standing up and move, I'm like a rubber band. Like I wasn't even trying to do that. Wow. But increased flexibility snuck up on me. Have you seen that, Coach Pate?
Oh, most definitely. It makes your body more pliable, and you just when the cells are plump and functioning as efficiently as they can, it just makes the body work like it's supposed to, And so it's more cat-like, and that's what I'm trying to get. I'm a big fan of cats. I love cats, the big cats, panthers and mountain lions, and like Dave Hall always say. When a cat decides he wants to attack something, he don't stretch first. He just goes. And so, and that's what's happening. Your body is always ready for what you ask for it to do. You always, hey, if I need to, look at there's a dollar on the ground or a penny on the ground. There's people who actually end up putting themselves in hospital and traction just trying to bend over, pick up a penny. And that's amazing. But hey, I can go down like Coach, I can put my hand flat, my palms flat on the ground. I can turn my wrist over, which is even a little further, and put the back of my hand on the ground. And then if I want to, I can grab behind my legs and put my head to my knee. And I don't have to warm up for that. I can literally just do it. And that's a simply amazing thing to be.
That is amazing, Coach Pate, because I know that takes a lot of time and consistency in doing that. You start off with your head getting close, and it may take 3, 4, 5 years, a month sometimes to get to that level. So that's incredible that you get to have that type of results in such a short period of time. Go ahead, Coach Kim.
Yeah, I just wanted to share some things that the rebounding effort actually does throughout your body. So we want to understand that it's literally strengthening all 75 trillion cells of your body at the same time.
That's incredible.
And it's almost like strength training for every cell in your body. Like all of your cells are doing lifting weights all at the same time, pushing down weights all at the same time simultaneously. Only rebounding flexes all 638 muscles in your body and tones them all at the same time. All at the same time.
That is incredible. Incredible.
It's amazing. It burns calories 11 times faster than walking, right? So we've learned. So remember, people say, oh, get up off the couch, start running. And so we became a nation of runners. Then people start jarring their knees and hurting themselves and say, oh, walking is just as good. Well, let me take you along the evolutionary trail to the next level. Rebounding is even 11 times more effective and efficient than walking. Rebounding improves. Now, here's the big one. It improves the immune function and prevents diseases from developing. And
that's unbelievable.
Yeah. And it increases the gravitational load of the body, and it can strengthen the muscular system. It improves balance. And this is very important, CJ, because often, like when I hear of an older person falling, I ask the question, I'm like, did they lose balance or did they just have lack of muscle? Because there's a difference, and depending on what they say, this is what we need to understand. Balance declined does not happen just because you're aged. It just does not go away like air going out of a balloon. That's not what happens just because you get older. You lose balance as you age because you stop challenging yourself in the area of balance. That's what it is. If you don't use it, you will lose it. You get on this Cellerciser, and you can get your balance back. It's amazing. I have some other things to share about what it can do, but Coach Pay, can you talk a little bit about the balance test that you've worked out with many people?
Well, before you do that, Coach Pay, before you do that, because I remember you sharing a story too, and I just wanted to interject this as well, so maybe you can address it as well. The age range of using this product, because again, sometimes we think when we're talking about health and wellness, we're talking about the elderly, we're talking about those who are sick, those who are adults, or even teenagers. But from what I understand, this can be used for young people, well, because we do understand we have an epidemic of obesity amongst our children in this country and around the world, actually. And so address that issue as well, Coach. And I know that you've used it with your mother. And share us the testimony with that as well, sir.
Yeah, I was going to speak on that, and it's funny you should say that because I was just about to speak on that in terms of balance and such. But if you're breathing, you can do this, and that's a broad thing to say. But there's actually a video, and Coach Kim, you can correct me. I believe the young man is about 18 months old, and he's just going to town, bouncing on the rebounder with, babies are fearless. So he's just going up and he's bouncing and he's in complete control of himself and just going to town. And then also we've had people report that they've been bouncing on a Cellerciser for 20 years, and the gentleman who said that is 90 years old. So is it what age? If you're breathing, you can stand. Some people actually hold their babies in their hand and bounce while they hold their baby. So, it is actually limitless in terms of what age we can use this with. And in regards to my mother, she's 84. And Coach Kim, you are so right. I watched her. She just got out of the hospital, had a stent in the hospital. And, of course, they wouldn't let her get up or anything. She was bedridden for the whole time she was there. And I literally watch her get weaker and weaker every day because all she was doing was laying around. She was not using it, and she was losing it. And I'm like, not on my watch. So as soon as she got home, we got a Cellerciser for her. And all right, I got one. I have two, one for me and one for her. So when we go over there, she doesn't do it unless I'm there. And when she first started, of course, I wanted to get on. She only was able to do about 30 seconds on her own before she felt really winded. And so I brought her down, and then progressively I pushed a little more, and she got up to 2 minutes or so. But then she gave me that one of them scares. I don't know if she was, because she's never really worked out before at all. Right. And so she came in. I think she was just being dramatic and didn't want to do it that day, and just kind of acted out so she can scare me. But I was like, you know what? Dave had said something that stuck with me. He said, even if, and there's several people who couldn't even stand, we had to have a young lady who's deficient in a Y chromosome in her body that doesn't allow her the strength to stand on her own. Built up the strength by bouncing, by sitting on it and bouncing. There's people who couldn't even bounce on their own that you literally can stand, somebody stands behind them and bounce for them. And so when I heard that, I said, you know what, I'm going to try that with my mom. So we went from doing maybe a minute here, a minute there, to doing 10 minutes of her sitting on the Celsizer and I bounced for her. And excuse me, I'm in the store right now, but bouncing for her. And she moved all the way up to 10 minutes. And now what I'm seeing is that when I sit her down, she starts bouncing on her own before I even get around. So what I do is I let her go as much as she can, and then I'll join in with her. But she is, at first she was like, you know, mothers, older people, they don't understand it, you know, new technology and things. So, you know, thinking I'm crazy. What you trying to get me to do now? You know, you're always trying to get me to do something. But I see the life coming back in her. I see the energy. I see the strength getting back in her. So I'm really, day by day, looking forward towards each day to see what she does a little bit more. And as far as the balance test, oh my God, that thing is simply amazing because, you know, again, balance is not because of age. It's like you say, if you're not challenging yourself, challenging your body would not respond. You definitely lose it. And so every time I do the balance test, you know, no matter what age the people are, it's a little simple test where you just, you know, stand and I push against, you push against their weight, and naturally the tendency is the way we do it, they're going to fall forward. Of course, I don't let them fall forward. When I still identify and they see, hey, I'm about to fall over, you stop. But then we just let them bounce for, I mean, literally just a couple of 3 minutes bouncing while we're demonstrating how I feel, what it does. And every single time, no matter how they act, what's that all about? As soon as they get on, people start smiling immediately. I mean, within the first two bounces, they're smiling. And then after about 2 or 3 minutes, they come back, get off. We do the balance test again. I mean, I literally can almost lean all my weight on them, and they're able to hold me. And that right there helps them to recognize, wow, there's something's happening here. I feel different. I feel stronger, you know. And then what comes out their mouth out of that? I want one of these.
Well, you know what is so funny, Coach Pate, is that as you guys are talking, I'm just thinking of at least 100 people I know that can use this product, can use this machine. And I'm just writing names down because I'm going to make sure that all my friends, family, everyone know about this because, I mean, just the whole concept of, and again, I've been involved with sports most of my life, and just and working out and in the gym and lifting and running and sprinting and long distance. I mean, I did it all, right? And like you said, the body breaks down. But to imagine the trillions, 75 trillion, I said, of our cells getting worked out all at the same time, it really is mind-boggling to really even, you know, have that concept. So it's like, you know, what does this, though, this whole new technology, that's been around for, I think you said someone has used it for 20 years, right? So it's been long. Okay, so it's been around for a while. Can you kind of share with our audience what you see? Because I know when you did your research, both of you, because I know you guys are progressive thinkers. So how do you see this now being around for 20, 30 years? Shelfree might be around for 4 years. Putting the combination of two together, where can this take us in the next 10 years as you know, two things coming together and fusing together to change the world?
You know, CJ, that's a great question because really we start looking at the intensity of the receiving of knowledge, right? So, and I'm saying that because Shop Free Mart, we know we have stellar products. And Dave Hall knows that this is a superior product. And I just heard him say last night that even though his company's been around for 20 plus years, that he is still at the groundbreaking level, at the ground floor level. So for us, so it's literally like a marriage of two people who are like, you know what? I know what I'm bringing. I know I'm bringing 100% to the table. See, you know, marriages, people say, oh, do 50-50. Bring your 100%. So you bring 100 and the partner bring 100. And that's what this is. That's what this is. So here's the funny thing, because it's like I said, it's on so many levels. We literally see us going around from place to place, bouncing, jumping for joy, and everyone who connects with us. Literally, the only thing CJ, we need to start giving out cakes with this. Cakes. Because we're getting ready to develop this superhuman, superhero. Hey, we got this. You know, we can do this. We got our mojo back. You know, it's on. It is absolutely on, and you can see it. So Coach Pate has said he's lost 17 pounds. I don't have a scale, so I have no idea how much weight I've lost, but I'm seeing definition, muscle definition, all over, in my thighs, in my shoulders, in my traps, everywhere, and and I'm working different parts individually as well. My stomach muscles, I'm seeing that. I'm getting ready to go on a cruise. You will not believe what I bought yesterday. You will not believe. I'm going to tell you because you wouldn't believe it unless I told you, man. I went out and bought a bikini. I went out and bought a bikini. I'm putting it out there. Don't tell my husband, though. It's going to be a surprise. He won't listen. He won't hear this show. I'll let him
I promise you, he'll be everywhere you go on that ship. He's going to be right there.
I will let him hear the show when we come back, when we disembark. but it is that kind of party, literally seeing the turnaround. So it's not just and I've had it for less than about 6 weeks now. I'm going on 6 weeks, and it's absolutely amazing. And I'm going to tell you, just before the show, so like I said, I'll do an hour long, an hour and a half. I've done 2 hours. It's ridiculous. And I know I have issues, and that's fine. You know, everybody's not crazy like me, and that's okay.
I know.
So I knew I said I have a show with CJ in a minute. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on my Cellerciser, and I'm going to do, I think I did like 15 minutes. And I said, I'm going to focus on something specific today. I'm going to focus on the Jamba Run, Jamba, the Jamba Run. Because the Jamba Run, ladies and gentlemen, but ladies, I'm talking to you, this is a cellulite blaster. This is an incredible exercise where you're not even picking your feet up off the mat. And you're positioning yourself, you're crouching down, and you'll see us do it, but just know that it's intense and it gets the job done. So you probably won't be able to do it for more than 20 seconds. It's that intense. And so what I did was maybe 15 iterations of 20-second Jamba runs. And what that will do is it's a calorie burner, because what you're doing is you're moving your hips and your thighs, the largest muscles in your body, and you're burning calories. It's like just blasting the furnace. That's what you're doing. Wow. So when that happens, you're kicking up your metabolism. Dave Hall he was doing the Jamba Run in demonstrations, traveling around doing the Jamba Run, and he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Man, you're like at about 2% body fat." He was like, "What?" Wow.
How old is he?
And he how old is he, you said?
Yes.
He's 62. 62.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, you're at 2% body fat. He said, my wife said, honey, you're losing your bud. You're like, what? Like, no, literally, you got to stop doing the Jamba Run, because you're getting too in your bottom half, you know. So he pulled back, but his metabolism rate was through the ceiling. So if you, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you know, people come in all sizes. If you want to not only lose the fat, because that goes back to what I was saying to you earlier, CJ, just the regular bouncing is building the muscles. It's building the definition. You'll calves are getting bigger. And I've never seen, you know, I always kind of admire people. I love the shape and the fitness and the leanness of the human body in general. And I admire people who have strong legs. You know, so my calves are getting big, because like I'm doing like tiptoe bounces, lifting up my heels. I mean, there's a lot of nuances that you can do on this. So if people start to, you know, get this and start to practice the Jamba Run, you'll be burning the fat, and then it's like, ta-da, people will be able to see all those muscles that you're building at the same time. It's an amazing 1-2 punch combo exercise.
That's awesome. Let me ask you guys this, because we've talked a lot about the physical components as far as this what you can achieve, but I'm remember hearing a little bit about maybe how using this device can also help with our sleep, our endurance, and one I think someone said, this is one I've been trying to fight all along, is the bags under your eyes, because I don't sleep that much. I probably average about 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night, and I know that sounds terrible, and it is terrible. I'm trying to get better, but can this help in those areas as well, as far as your energy, your sleep pattern, your lack of stress? Does it address those areas as well?
Most definitely. Matter of fact, if you were to bounce as little as 2 to 3 minutes before you go to bed, that helps to relax the body. And you would think, most people think, oh, I don't want to exercise because it's going to give me energy and give me outside. I'm not there. No, you're going to sleep like a baby. So, CJ, if you're not used to, because you're saying you only get 3 or 4 hours, setting your alarm, you better set your alarm. If you want to get up at a certain time, I'm telling you, you're going to sleep right through it, because you're going to get one. And even if you're still just allowing that same amount of sleep, you're going to have the best 4 hours that you ever have. You're going to feel like you did 6.
Wow.
Hey, CJ, think about what do parents do to a crying baby who's tired? They bounce them.
They buck them. That's right. Walk around. I know. I did it with my kids. I used to shake them until they stopped crying, and then the next thing you know, they were sleeping. So I know that works.
Well, there's a name for that, but we're not going to.
They were really tight, totally. And then they go to sleep. So this concept now started to make sense to me. That worked. But tell us about brain function as well, because I guess do you get some clarity in your thinking? And I know a lot of people who have, especially baby boomers, who are taking care of their parents and so forth, are always battling this whole thing with not amnesia, but dementia and even memory loss. And you don't have to be old to experience that, because I find myself forgetting certain things now, and it bothers me that I couldn't think of a name of something or something I was thinking about, and I just couldn't remember the exact. It bothers me. So will this help in that area as well?
CJ, here's the bottom line. Again, this is a perfect mirror to Shop Free Mart. Most of the time, if not all of the time, when there is dis-ease, when there is malfunction, we are looking at a buildup of toxins. So if things are dirty, they're not going to function correctly. It's just, you can look inside your house, piles of stuff everywhere, and you can't get anything done. I wonder if there's a connection, right? So your body has its own environmental system as well. And there are toxins that are built up in our bodies, back up of trash. The cellular waste is just built up. There's no central vacuum cleaner to get it out. There is no pump system to get it out. There's two, main types of fluids going through your body. You have your blood, which that is working on a pump system, which is the heart. The heart pumps through and helps everything stay in motion. The lymphatic system, the lymphatic liquid in your body, is 3 times more in presence than blood, but there's no pump for it. And all of these toxins are just like kind of floating in your lymphatic system. And so rebounding actually activates that. It activates, it gets the toxins out of your system it's like a fire hose, that's flushing. So when you start to flush, and now your brain can think clearer. Now your mind thinks clearer. Now you remember things. Now the joints, right? You're getting the acid buildup out of your joints and the achy areas. It's an incredible system that gives you your freedom back, gives you your functionality back, and that's the main thing. The lymphatic system. That's the thing that that's like the secret weapon. Nobody talks about that. We just dump, but nobody comes by. The recycle guy, he doesn't come by. It's like the garbage men are on strike, and we don't care, and we get used to feeling bad. And I'm telling you, you don't have to feel bad. I'm gonna tell you, when I was doing my Jamba run this morning, man, I have to tie this into a spiritual connection. And that's the other piece. So we talk. Dave Hall's logo is why work out when you can play in. right? So you have the convenience. It's in your home. You can do it at will. You can do it when it's snowing outside. You can have fun. So one of the fun things I do is I bounce with music. And this morning, before getting on your show, doing a Jamba run, I was bouncing to Tasha Cobb's "Break Every Chain." And every time she went into the chorus, I'm like, break every, and I'm like, hitting it, man, hitting it. And so I'm telling you that you can break the chains against bad health and break the chains against mediocrity and break the chains against this is my deal, to break the chains against I'm over 50 and this is how I'm supposed to feel. You can break all of those chains. You can reset yourself. You can reestablish, and you can position yourself that the best days are ahead of you, that you don't have to wave a white flag. If you're 50 years old, my gosh, and you're going downhill, God may have you on this earth for another 40 years or 50 years.
Right.
Are you telling me you're going to resign yourself to taking pills, to moving slow, to leaning on the shopping cart in Walmart, in the grocery store, to just weakening your body and saying that's okay? I'm telling you, it's not okay. If you set it in your mind that it's not okay, we've got the tools to help you. And when I first started bouncing, I had a little pain in my knee. I don't have any knee problems, so I found that to be a little weird. And I'm, again, educating myself, listening to Dave, and he said that when you start bouncing reveals weak areas in your body. It's almost like if you have an imaging, light or something, it's like, oh, I didn't even know that was weak, that kind of scenario. When he said that, I listened. And then I heard him say to another woman who wrote in and said, hey, I'm having these cramps in my legs when I'm bouncing. Do I need to bounce less? Like, help me understand that. And my answer is Shop Fremont to both of those situations. So when I started feeling the pain in my knee, I doubled up on my Vitalize, and within about 4 days, gone. I mean, gone so much that I was like, was it the left knee or the right knee? I can't remember. Which knee, And he said, Dave Hall said to the woman, he said, I don't treat, diagnose, or cure, but I will tell you, if you're having cramps in your legs, he said, you might want to look into some magnesium. And I'm like, see, we're supposed to be together.
Magnesium, one of my favorite products.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I just got my order in yesterday. And I was walking in the door, opening the box, dripping magnesium in my mouth because I could not wait. He was like, oh, thank you. But, you're right. I experienced the same thing with the knee. And thank God, like I say, I was on my Vitalize. And I didn't think to double up on it, but I just stayed consistent with using it. And it did. It identified. I used to have patellar tendonitis. You see, I said used to. And I was feeling it down the front of my knee, of course. And I identified during a study size, there was a little tweaking going on the side of my knee. But it wasn't enough to make me stop. It was like, oh, okay, there's a little something there. But as I stay consistent with working out on a cellicizer regularly, it just began to strengthen and stabilize. And now I don't have that issue. And you were a track guy. I started off as a track guy. And I'm starting to look at those masters. I'm like, hey, maybe I can get back into running my 800 again. Maybe I can get back on the track. I don't know. Because I hate running, but I love competition. I love the competition. It's something about the game day. You talking about excitement, energy. You see the players on the side jumping up and down. It's not that they're excited, they're ready to go kill somebody. It's that energy that happens when you do that, and that feeling, that energy, that excitement. I'm getting that back. And talking about aging, I'm 55, and I feel 35. And actually, you said you called us fearless. I'm not that fearless. I'm actually kind of afraid. I'm afraid of getting old. I'm afraid of getting fat. And so that's why I bounce, because I'm trying to keep it at bay as long as I can, because 55 is the new 35. And if you don't believe me, start bouncing. You'll feel it.
Amen. You know what? I can't believe how fast this hour has gone by. I've got about 4 minutes or less. So before I close out this show, can one of you tell us how a person, because maybe someone's going to come across this rebroadcast of this show on YouTube and they're going to wonder what it's all about and how to get. Can you give us some way to someone can find out more about this and get more information real quick?
Absolutely. CJ, right now we're in the finalization process at Shop Fremont. We're actually sketching up a landing page and, putting in the codes in the back office and whatnot. So what's going to happen is just get back to the person who you know as a Shop Fremont representative, and they'll be able to help you. And just stay posted between myself, CJ, Coach Pate. We will let you know when game day. And once it happens, you're going to see it all over the internet. You'll see it everywhere. So I'm looking at hopefully by the end, before the month is out, before August is out, we hope to have a landing page up and operational and get these cellar sizers into the homes of many.
And will you be able to order it through a Shop Fremont back office, or would you have to go through the bank's
You'll be able to do it. It'll be through Shop Fremont's back office. And just like we always awesome. Yeah, just like we always talk about John Austin, he's got to compensate. He got referral for us because we're going to share it and we're going to be rewarded for it because that's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we bounce.
This company is so awesome, and it just gives us everything we need. We have no excuse not to really promote and get people excited about Shop Fremont, especially knowing the fact that we are changing lives and touching lives. And as you were talking about your mother, Coach Pate, I just had to say, you know what? It is nothing like helping people around the world, but when you can help your own, my goodness, your mother, that had to be very rewarding and comforting to you to know that you have something to help her. My goodness sake, the hour's gone by so fast. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. You're at GMAP1.com. We're here every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Time. You guys notice we didn't even have a commercial. I didn't even want to put a commercial in this show today. There was so much to talk about and get excited about. But I'm going to give each of you 30 seconds to give one last thing that may have been on your mind or you were thinking about that maybe you thought you wanted to say. So, Coach Kim, if you can go ahead and just give 30 seconds to our audience, and then Coach Page, you and I'll close out.
Okay, I just want to let you know that Cellerciser provides an effective, no-impact exercise that's especially important for those with less mobility or undergoing rehabilitation. And going back to the lymph system, it helps to clean that. It gives you balance, better balance, stimulates your cells, strengthens your cells, gives you circulation improvement, cell oxygenization, disease prevention, plus the other benefits. It's an extraordinary combination of health benefits. And the bow on this is that once you come on board, you're going to join our team. We're going to work with you and have accountability, and we're just going to love you into better health. Coach Fate, it's over to you.
Wow. Okay. Right. What can I say after that? But you know what? I'm glad you spoke up. I'm glad you spoke on the mobility and the no impact. I had a lady just today because every morning I go out and take both my Cellerciser with me so that I can invite somebody to bounce with me. She was out walking, and she initially was afraid because she was saying, "Oh, I'm bone on bone," talking about her knees. I'm bone on bone. But she was out there walking. Don't realize she's still impacting her body. But when she got on the cellular side of that, that talked her into it. She immediately said, "Oh, okay, this is good." I said, "Well, try running in place. Running that you can't do on the ground. Try running in place." "Oh, I can do this." Yes, this is good. Instantly. So all I say is, my friend, everything Coach Kim said, ditto, of course. But I say, stay hydrated and stay bouncing, my friend.
Amen. Amen. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Next week we have another exciting show. I was lucky to book this interview because I feel so honored that the great Miss Elaine Atkins, all the way from the city of Baltimore, Maryland, is going to be our special. We're going to be we're having great interviews all summer long, and it doesn't stop you. We just want to talk to you about something different today, something that's exciting that I hope you got a hold of and understand the power of what you just heard today and get involved and use it. You can order it in the next week or so. You'll be able to order it. But again, next week, tune in to GMAP1.com at 9 a.m. where we're going to have a great interview with Miss Elaine Atkins, one of our great leaders at Shop Fremont. Thank you for being a part of the show. I know I'm at the top of the hour. hour. God bless you. Have a wonderful Sharp-Free Monday. And again, Coach Pate, Coach Kim, thank you so much for all that you do and all that you are and for being a part of the show today. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.